Trent writes in, Trent Bruner, he says, Norway calling. Glad to see Halifax allow the stadium project to go ahead. Let's see everyone else come on board and get 10 teams in place. Go Riders, but we want the Schooners too. I think we all want the Schooners. I know I sure as heck do. Why wouldn't we want a national coast-to-coast league like every other league? Yep. It's insane that we don't. The only thing is $20 million, folks, is a pittance. City of Regina put in 100. Now, it was a $280 million facility. This one in Halifax is going to be less than half that. But I'd love your take, Austin, on civil governments pitching in money for stadiums.
It's slow. It's a slow process, so I don't know how quickly we're going to see the Schooners. I don't know what the most realistic timeline is now after yesterday's vote.
Yeah, that's a good question.
But like any big purchase, like a house, that mortgage has a timeline on it. Like, we're going to be paying for Mosaic Stadium here in Regina for 28 more years. I think it's a 30-year amortization timeline. So, you know, that it's something that can be easy to kind of put down the road, that say we're just going to keep paying it, and we keep paying it, and we keep paying it. But as we saw here, it divided a community. There are still people who think that it was a bad deal.
Yep.
The way
I know some of them.
Yeah, and fair enough. I think, like I tweeted the other day, that I still laugh at the phrase "roof ready." Because
I saw that.
Anything without a roof is ready for one. So it's pretty. Yeah, I mean, that's hilarious, and it will never happen. If they ever do, I'll come back here and I'll eat a hat or something.
I'm okay with that. With you, they won't.
It's never happening, and that's fine because that's part of football. And if you get to play football in October, that's part of it. The elements are part of it, and that's fine. But it split a community. So I'm interested how Halifax is going to ride that, like socially, how they're going to.
Well, I'm with you where
that.
you started this and saying, what does this mean to the future of the team? It's good news, but doesn't put it on any fast track to getting done or getting a franchise. But the thing is, it's a democracy.
Yep.
That's why we have a vote. And Michael Fougere was the mayor, and he was pro-stadium, and he got reelected, and voila, we got a stadium. And so was Brad Wall. And Pat Fiacco started the thing. Pat's probably following or watching right now. But I'm sitting down there in Energy Stadium in Houston, Texas. Oh, just beautiful. I'm looking around. I'm like, this is great. And then I thought, you know what? Ours is pretty damn nice, too.
Yeah. And that's
right. So it's like I used to come home from that West Coast trip with the Pats and literally get depressed having to come into this decrepit Taylor Field facility. You know, while I love the Brand Center, it's 42 years old now. Yeah. So it's nice to have these facilities.
No, it is.
So we voted in favor of it. We did. We appreciate that we did. Halifax, we're going to find out how important it is to them. Because in the end, it's going to come down to a vote there, too, whether it's an actual plebiscite or a civic election, which is like a plebiscite.
Yeah. We have to be okay with people being upset, too.
Yeah.
I think that's part of it, too. If you're really passionate about how good it can be for the community and all the great things it can do, you got to be okay with a little bit of negative publicity and a little bit of negative attention. You have to be able to handle that and say, I know you're upset with me now, but trust me, in 10 years, you're going to be really happy. So I'll take this right now. And once it happens and it gets rolling, it'll be better for the community. But that's tough. And every time we have something, it has to come at the sacrifice of something else. We can't be great at everything. Sometimes, you got to pick and choose. And that's the hardest thing, is to choose what your community is going to be or what's going to be kind of the cornerstone. And I'm glad they're giving it a shot.
I would just like to point out that Regina had a referendum on the wastewater treatment plant, but we did not have a referendum on the stadium. As you said, Roddy, Mayor Fougere's election was basically served as that referendum. But goodness, I want clean drinking water. I don't need a referendum on that. However,
it's the Riders.
I don't know which way. I don't know which way I would have voted.
You didn't vote?
Oh, for if there was a referendum on the stadium, I know which way I voted.
You don't want to tell us? It's your right not to.
I think it's easy to guess.
Yeah, no kidding.
You're watching Rod Pedersen On Demand. For more of The Rod Pedersen Show, visit rodpedersen.com or follow Rod Pedersen on social media.